Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Nadia, and we are back today to talk about the reunion, the first part of the reunion for Married at First Sight. So, it's been interesting. It's been a lot of capping. It's been a lot of lying, y'all. But you know what? I don't know. Like I say, it's always that other it's always that different perspective that we do not get to see as a viewer. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt with that. Most of the couples. So first, let me go ahead and get my little notes. So first, we started talking about Virginia and Eric. And she decided after all of that BS and arguing back and forth, she decided, "Oh, I really like the condo." Like, did we really have to go through all them emotions with you about this damn condo? Only for you to move in and, really don't even want to leave it now. Ciao. So that's that. Eric compromised with the little zoo that they have, all the animals or whatever. She say, "Oh, you really not, allergic to animals like how you say you are." And he's like, "I mean, I am, but I'm still tolerating it because I love you." So there's that. Um, their wedding almost didn't happen because of COVID. She thought that she had COVID. So they talked about that. Um, Basically they said they both were overreacting on a lot of situations, and that's what I said before. Like, I felt like a lot of their arguments were unnecessary and petty, like they really didn't need to have. So it's good to kind of, I guess, hear them say, like, yeah, we was tripping. Like, it really wasn't that deep, it wasn't that serious. So there's that. What got me though, she was like, "Oh, he really wasn't control." She was like, "Oh, he really wasn't controlling." And I'm like, "But sis, that's how you was acting like the whole time. Like, you kept pushing this narrative, or maybe it was just the editing. Like, I don't know, that he was controlling." And he tried to make it seem like her partying and being with her friends was such a big deal most of the season, only for him in the reunion to be like, "Oh, it really wasn't that bad. We ain't had no issues." And I'm like, y'all lying. Y'all sent us through all these emotions, only for it to be like, we were just putting on. It wasn't that bad. So, yeah, there's that. So, on top of that, Eric's mother came, and she basically, confirmed for everyone that she gave them her blessing or whatever, and that she really thought that Virginia was a beautiful person, beautiful girl, and just gave them some good, warm, sound advice. And we got a little bit of perspective on why Eric feels the way he does when it comes to marriage and when it comes to family, because with his mom having open heart surgery, shit like that hit home for people. And I get it. I get it. I work in the medical field, and you see some of everything. So I mean, I get it. I really do. So Ryan and Clara. Ryan and Clara. So Ryan had this Dr. Seuss mustache, okay? But Clara, her hair was very cute. It was cute. She had it done this time or whatever. So, they're saying that their communication is good, it's very direct. Again, like, I feel like, Clara really respects Ryan. And I feel like, though, it'd be a lot of lying with them too, though. Like, they like people because they're on TV and because, the world is watching and then it's that pressure. I just really feel like they kind of say what sounds really good. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that couple on there to not make it, So I don't know, like how you, Clara, like how y'all doing a vow renewal? Y'all doing a whole nother wedding and you hadn't even heard him say, I love you yet. Like, and he act like he wanted to play games and pull teeth in front of the host at that moment about even saying I love you. She was just sitting there all teary-eyed like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm like, sis, it's late in the game, like, for you to be feeling this way. I say late in the game because you guys are planning a whole new vow renewal, like a whole nother wedding. That's money. That's people time. That's all of that. And then for something like that to be up in the air and you're not sure about, that's a little bit too risky for me. I know that love is a risk, but that's a little bit too risky for my liking, if you know what I mean. So I felt it was real messy when they played Clara's venting session that she had with the girls or whatever. And I know she just wanted to crawl right up under that table, right up under that chair, y'all, when they were playing it back. But, I mean, Ryan took it like a sport. He was like, kind of like, well, I deserve that. You deserve that. Because that girl was going down on you, pleasuring you. And she wasn't getting anything back. So you need to take that to the chin, homie. Like, homeboy. Like, you got to take that to the chin because you wasn't pulling your part, your husbandly duties. So that was real funny. But it was messy because they played the whole clip. They played the whole clip. So that was that or whatever. And they basically said, in a nutshell, that they've consummated their marriage. Like, they've went ahead and they've had sex. And that kind of brings me back to how I felt in the last video. I felt like because he's so religious and, kind of deep and, really in the church mama minister, he didn't want to be out there or feel like putting his sex life or his marital, what you do in your marital bed out on Front Street. So she is on the same page with him with that because she didn't really say, that, they finally had sex, but you can tell, you can read between the lines, you can put it two and two together and you can tell like, hey, yeah, they done been fucking. So, oh my God, y'all, it really be on his time. It really be on his time. So yeah. Brent's. That's a cute little name, Brent's. Brianna and Vince. And I forgot to mention that Ryan basically said, y'all, I'm not a virgin. I wasn't a virgin. It is what it is. But that kind of make it worse, to be honest. That make it a little worse for me because you played all them games, them tug of war games or whatever, with that girl instead of just being upfront and real about the sex situation. You kind of had her guessing. And to be honest, he claimed to be good at communication, but I feel like you dropped the ball on that one when it came to communicating with Clara about how you really felt about her or about sex. So anyway, yeah, Brianna and Vince. So they're doing good. She moved into his apartment. They all cute. She's saying, I'm learning not to be so nitpicky and I can't have everything my way. And he admitted that he do be tripping. And instead of verbalizing and saying that, hey, I have anxiety about doing this or I'm overwhelmed, this is why, instead of just saying this is the reason, he didn't articulate himself well about how he was really feeling. So it did come across as like you're throwing tantrums like a child. You're being manipulative. You're being emotionally abusive because she's sitting there like, well, what the hell? Like, what did I do? on pins and needles. So it's good to see that they've appeared to have overcome that. And it is what it is. He said he proud to an engineer, and I'm like, I told y'all he not gonna leave that sister with that good ass job. And what was funny is she mentioned that they kept one of their nephews, and now he kind of like, whoa, I don't know if I want kids right now, and she's just like, oh, I have baby fever, so it's like the roles have reversed. It's cute. They're cute. He's romantic. He's stopping to get her flowers. She learning her Spanish. She getting her salsa on, and it's all good in the hood with Brianna and Vince. So all of the girls, they got together and they had like a little segment. They had a little segment with them, and basically they've developed a friendship, and they've bonded over the fact that it's not too many other people that you're going to that's going to have the same story as you, that's going to be able to say, I got married this way. I got married at first sight. So that's cool. That's very unique. Jacob wasn't there with Haley. Jacob said, look, I ain't got to deal with her bullshit no more. And it was funny because she said, oh, he got home and he blocked me. Blocked. That was hilarious to me. I'm like, Jacob was not playing with her ass. He was like, I don't want nothing to do with you. Like, you ruined this process for me. You really ain't tried. It's like they accusing each other of doing the same thing. She's saying I put in more effort and he didn't try, and then he's saying the same thing. But on this camera, it looked like Jacob was trying, Haley. It did. You just ain't like him. And then I just felt like it was kind of really, given the host did ask her this, but I really felt like it was fucked up to be like, oh, after sex, after we had sex that time or whatever, it wasn't good. I didn't physically think that it was good. Like, oh, he was bad in bed. And I'm like, how classless is that? Like, I would much rather her have taken the Ryan and Clara route with that, because it's kind of like y'all already in a bad space. Y'all already not on good terms. Y'all already don't like it. Like, why did you have to continue to put the nail in the coffin with it? Like, to me, that was very like foul. Like, and she sat there and giggled and kikied about it. Like, I just didn't think that was cool to talk under his clothes like that, why he wasn't there, to defend himself. Like, I felt like that was fucked up for her. Period. I don't care for her that much. I don't care for Haley that much. So anyway, Paige and Chris. So they get there. Oh, and I wanted to get to too, when the girls were talking and they all got onto Paige talking about her situation, and they all putting their 2 cents in. They giving like, girl, you ain't got to deal with this, and girl, yeah. And Brianna was like, yeah, I want you to know that you ain't got to take that bullshit. And Clara was going in about how they feel like they should have gone, and how he should have treated her. And Virginia, one comment she made that I didn't really like, and I don't like it when, not just her, I don't like when people do, they refer when black women, when they struggle, oh, you strong. Why I got to be strong all the time? Why can't I just be really hurt about the situation? It's like kind of like, oh, better you than me. I don't like comments like that, because to me that's like a underhanded, like, it's just very underhanded to me. So as Clara was giving her little 2 cents to Paige about, girl, I don't know why you was dealing with this for this long or whatever, Paige just had this look on her face like, girl, I'm still fucking with him. That look when you talking to your good girlfriend and you giving her the best advice, and you going in and everything, and at the same time she in the back of her head, or if it's you in the back of your head, be like, I ain't done with this nigga. I ain't done. But this sound good and I need to hear it because it make me feel good in the moment. That's the exact look that Paige was giving Clara. So anyway, Paige and Chris, y'all. So Paige was cute, real cute, cute dress, cute braids, cute makeup, lashes, everything. She was cute. She came, whatever. Chris looked like he came in that same little recycled pinstripe suit. There it is. So lo and behold, they went to counseling and thought about moving in together after, decision day. And I'm like, Paige, like, what the fuck? Like, girl, like, do somebody gotta spell it out for you, like elementary school style? Like, is that how you need it? Like, come on now. Come on now. Come on. Like, something got to give. Like, really? So that floored me, but again, I wasn't surprised because for some reason she feel like she can't let whatever he got going on, she can't let that go. I don't know whether it's that bad boy thing or whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, girl, it's not becoming. It wasn't becoming. It wasn't then. It wasn't good then. It ain't good now. So she basically too was, early when she was talking to the girl, she was like, oh, I feel like, I was planning, a wedding and a funeral all in. Girl, you really ain't have nothing. You really didn't have a husband. So I don't even understand, girl. You just went through the process, girl. Like, or tried to go through the process. So anyway, they ran it back. Oh, the host was not playing. You hear me? He was not playing with Chris's ass. Like, they rolled the clip back about him calling her ugly. Basically calling her ugly. And it was messy, but it needed to be done. It had to be done. They did what they needed to do. Okay? So just to like put it in plain sight for her. Like, for some reason, like, you can't dress shit up for her. You can't. You have to give it straight, no chaser, because if not, she's going to run with it in 20 million different ways when it is what it is. If it walked like a duck, quack like a duck, guess what? Y'all know the rest. It's a duck. So he apologized for the comments. Yeah, I was inappropriate, blah, 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 blah. And the host, like, it was just like very rehearsed. Like, the host picked up on it. He was like, this sounds real rehearsed, but okay. Like, okay, I guess if she gonna believe it, then what can I do about it? So he went to ask, like, why y'all kept having sex. They keep getting this question. And I understand how, like, that could be very embarrassing. But at the same time, that should be a good, like, I feel like she's the most embarrassed about it because she did all of that and he still called her ugly. He still didn't want her. You laid it wide open for a nigga to tell you ugly. Like that ain't good, y'all. So they don't want to talk about it. They beating around the bush. He don't want to talk about Mercedes at all. And I'm just sitting here like, stand in it. Don't keep running from it. Stand in it. That's how I know, like, you ain't learned shit. And Paige ain't learned too much more either. Because in order to get past things and in order to grow and learn through things, you gotta hold yourself accountable. Like, you got to say, hey, look, hey, yeah, this is what happened. Like what Vince did. He held himself accountable. He's like, yeah, I was tripping. Like, that's it. And let it be done. And just say, I'm sorry. And then let bygones be bygones. And everybody can go their separate way. So anyway, he don't want to answer the questions about Mercedes because he know that shit sound dumb. And she know it sound dumb too. So there's that. So they played the clip again. They invited the Pastor White back. And I will say this, and I'm going to stick to this. I do not like Chris. I think he is a total jackass. However, I do feel like the pastor was being messy. I feel like he was being messy when he met up with Paige. I don't feel like him going to her would have changed anything because at the time she wasn't the problem. Like, you need to go straight to him because he's the issue. He's the problem. He's causing the ruckus. So you gossiping with her Like, what does that help? Who does that help? So, I mean, I hate to say this. I hate to say this, but I was with Chris when, he was upset. Now, the whole, cussing him out and going ape shit and going crazy over the situation. I'm like, are you doing this because the camera's here? Like, what? What are you tripping for? And she's standing up in between them. I'm like, girl, what you standing up between two men for? You better back up. You better back the hell up, because if they gonna get the fight, and you don't need to be nowhere in between that. Period. Let them scruffle. You get what I'm saying? So he got to cause another scene, another dramatic scene, and it's like, what's new? What's new? And it's like, sis, like, you're looking at this reaction. Is this not a red flag for you? Is this not a red flag for you? Like, to sit here and see him flip off the handle like this. Like, he could do this to you. Let him get pissed off enough at you and see what he do. Cuss your ass out too. It's no healthy communication with him. It just isn't. So he done cussed the pastor out, child. He done cussed them out, and that's how it ended. So we're gonna go into part 2. You guys, y'all drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about part 1. Like, do y'all feel like I felt like people was lying, or maybe it was just we just got a different like viewer perspective? I don't know. Like, just let me know. But anyway, you guys, I will see you guys on the next part, and yeah, that's it. Bye, you guys.